Woo, let me tell you about Southern Holler. Deep-rooted conversation on civics and business. It offers an insightful exploration of local politics, community dynamics, and business partnerships. Each episode unravels a complex interplay between civic affairs and business ventures.
Power Evans.
Jeremiah Outwater, what is up?
What is up? Well, every time we've gotten on here the last several months, there's like an extreme weather event.
Yes.
Today's one of them. Because it's almost 70 degrees outside.
It was 20 below last week. Now it's 70 degrees. Somebody's going to end up getting sick.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
What was it? Was it January we had snow drifts?
Yeah. It snowed all January.
Like 6 inches. Mm-hmm. And we usually deal with road, water.
Yep.
Ponding.
Yep. Everything. Now, frozen lakes.
Yeah. Now it's like beautiful.
Beautiful. It's a gorgeous day outside. Yeah. It really is.
So
it's a very good route.
Today it makes me want to go home and break out my big smoker.
Oh, absolutely. It's a good day to smoke some meat. It really is. It really is. And so, but yeah, no, it would be a good day for that. It's a good day to be outside in general. If you wanted to go play some tennis, do some pickleball, anything that folks do nowadays when they go out and get active. How you been, Jeremiah?
Oh, I'm good. Just, trying to catch up. I work for that nonprofit Little Red Acorn, and all I do is talk and meet people and connect with people, and now start looking for partnerships to help spread the good news of education and advocating for post-education for middle schoolers, Absolutely. High schoolers, adults who are ready to change that career, any veterans that wants to go get some certification, get some classes,
Absolutely,
and things like that. So I run 100 miles an hour.
Very good. Hey, it's good to do that. It makes the days go by faster.
It does.
So you can go home and relax.
Yeah. How's your little job?
It's good. It's been very good. We started off the year at 100 miles an hour and had some great moments. I have learned a lot. Every time that I go out and visit a company and learn about their manufacturing process and what they manufacture, I'm just amazed every time. Wood pallet manufacturing never sounded so interesting, and it is. It's very interesting to see that happen.
Is that the Hoffmans?
The Hoffman? No, it's not the Hoffmans.
It's not the Hoffmans.
Not the Hoffmans. It's another part of the region, but it's cool. It's cool to watch it and see it go down, and I'm just amazed every time I see something new in this job and get to experience something new as well. It's absolutely amazing. I really enjoy it. I actually had some cool things to drop down today. Learned something cool about the state of Georgia.
Okay.
In 2026, New Year's Day of 2026, there are 2 Georgia high schools that will get to perform in the London New Year's Day Parade. That is Appalachia High School in Barrow County, shout out to them, and Jonesboro High School out of Clayton County. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Both high schools will be in London during that parade, and so couldn't be more prouder. It's always fun to watch marching bands go at it, and especially from your home state when they get to go out there. One of my favorite movies is Blues Brothers.
Okay.
Blues Brothers, and so they followed up with another movie called Blues Brothers 2000. Not a lot of people like Blues Brothers 2000, but I like Blues Brothers 2000. And one of the quotes that always stood out to me was, Elwood Blues always said, "There's no pharmaceutical drug that could ever replace the feeling you get when the band hits that beat and the crowd goes to rocking." And so there's nothing better when they hit that beat and the whole crowd erupts and you rocking and swaying, and it's great.
Well, speaking of beats in your job, can you name, since you're a professional at this,
Absolutely,
what are some of Georgia's main exports?
So I would say pecans.
Okay.
Poultry.
Uh-huh.
Brunswick has a lot of vehicles that they ship out of the Port of Brunswick. Those would be some of my answers.
Did you know that wine and mineral water has creeped up on that list now too?
Really?
I had no idea. I had to look it up.
We're gonna take a shot at California. I knew it. We're gonna overtake them in wine exportation. I love it.
Well, that wouldn't be so bad.
No, not at all. Absolutely not.
Not at all.
I'd love to be better than California all the time. No offense to folks that listen that are from California, but if you are from California, you live in Georgia, we're glad you're here.
Yeah, we do have a guest, so the whole episode's not about us today.
No. I think you're actually very familiar with this guest that we have in the studio. Would you like to introduce her, Jeremiah?
Sure. Absolutely. I'll be happy to.
Or do you want me to? Do you think it would be nepotism if you got to
Yeah,
introduce
I want to be fair about this.
Okay, we got to be fair. I understand. Well, we have the wonderful Belle Atwater in the studio today, who's just a little bit familiar with Jeremiah. No relation. There is a little bit relation there. But we are proud to have her in the studio, and we're excited to talk with her today. Hello, Belle.
Hi, and let me clarify that I'm married to this guy. We are not in any branch of the family tree related.
Yes, I said that. Not in the, yes, to imply. Oh, yeah. Boy.
Belle definitely listens to our podcast.
I'm sure she does.
No, I definitely appreciate that. Yeah, so, yeah, Belle, Mrs. Outwater.
Yes, so I am the manager for the Auburn Public Library, and so I'm here with two of my favorite guys to talk about my favorite thing, libraries, because February is Library Lovers Month.
Oh, yes. Very good.
So is there anything that you guys love about libraries?
You work there in Auburn, so it has a really good pedigree with our community as kind of like a gathering center.
Yes. As Auburn continues to grow and bring new businesses in, the library serves as that important third space, which is a place that is not your home or your work. And so especially for our children and teenagers, it's a great place for them to come and play and blow off steam. It's an education center. A lot of our seniors who just want some human contact come in and chat with us. People come in to read the newspaper. I like to say that books are just the beginning. That's the Piedmont motto. Mm-hmm. We are so much more than just people coming in and checking out books. Although I will say, going back to your point about when that beat drops, there is nothing more satisfying to me than connecting someone with the perfect book and having them come in and tell me how much they loved it.
I couldn't agree more. You know, one of my fondest memories, I didn't grow up going to the Auburn Library, but I grew up going to Winder Library. My grandmother believed that it was very important that I have a library membership growing up, and so during the summer she would keep me. We had our own little summer school, and she would take me to the Winder Library, and we would pick out a book, and some of my favorite books were the series with the Mouse Detective. Those were my favorite series, and I enjoy having that memory. That's my favorite about the library system, is those memories I have with my grandmother.
My love of reading comes from my grandmother as well. Like, she read to me all the time, and I wanted to be just like her. One of my earliest pictures is I'm 2 years old, and I'm wearing like my dad's fishing hat and my grandmother's glasses, and I'm pretending that I can read the newspaper.
Very cool.
My mom just couldn't keep me in books, and when I went to Auburn Elementary and saw that they had a school library and I could have access to as many books as I wanted, like, my mind was blown. I was hooked. I think I read every book in that library probably twice. And then when I got to middle school and went to Russell Middle School, which is right behind the Winder Library, because the Auburn Library was not founded until 1991. So I grew up in the Winder Library and saw how much bigger it was and how many more books there were. I just read everything I could get my hands on. So some of my fondest memories are of that building.
That's wonderful. You can definitely tell that, every memory that somebody has in the library is a good positive memory. And they all revolve around our grandmothers and mothers. So.
Yes, absolutely.
Unless you were shushed at a young age in the library.
So, that can be scarring.
And so I will tell you that the only people that get shushed at the Auburn Library are the people working behind the desk.
And Jeremiah, right?
I might have told him to hush, but never shh.
Never shush.
So.
I'm going to take it as the same thing.
Yeah, you would. One of the things that I know that you guys pride yourself on are the events and service to the community. What are some of the things that throughout the week or two in each month that you guys have events for? So I know you had the littles come in, the babies come in and read.
Well, we do story time twice a week.
Yep.
We have a pre-K ready-to-read story time that is on Mondays at 11, and then we have a lap sit story time for 2 and under that is on Wednesdays. We usually have at least one themed party per month that is for pre-K up. Like this, in February, it was a Valentine's Day party because bad guys need love too. In March, for National Mermaid Day, it's going to be a mermaid party.
Excellent.
Our friend Casey the Mermaid is going to come visit and take pictures.
Yep.
We also do movies. We just showed Wicked. In March, we're going to show The Wild Robot.
Ooh.
Because if you don't know how your children behave in a movie theater, you might not want to pay movie ticket prices, but you can come bring them to the library and let them experience a big screen have some popcorn, and kind of gauge whether or not they're old enough to sit through it.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a good idea. I think my mom
That's a
would
great
have
idea.
really appreciated that because the first movie she took me to was Finding Nemo. And I don't know how I did, but that was the first one she took me to as a small child.
My first theater experience was The Fox and the Hound. And so we started the trauma at a very young age.
Wow.
But I do love that movie.
That is
it's
very
just-
early.
It's one of the greatest movies. That and the Disney Channel Robin Hood.
Yes.
Yeah, I had a crush on Robin Hood when I was a kid.
Oh, that's all
I
right.
was going to grow up and marry him. I got close.
Sure. Yeah.
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 Tell and all.
Jeremiah, yeah. You got a little Robin Hood in you, don't you?
Sure. I used to invest in the app. But anyway.
Invest in that.
If you're free on Thursday, we have rom-com trivia.
Okay.
So you can come play by yourself. You can bring a team. I don't know that the prizes will be especially fabulous. It's probably going to be chocolate, but you should test your knowledge. We are definitely trying to add more programs for that age group, the young adults who are in their 20s,
Sure.
working towards 30. We do a Lego club. That's going to be this Saturday at 1 o'clock. That's one of our biggest programs because everyone loves Legos.
Yes.
Oh, who doesn't?
We have a romance book club that's meeting next Thursday. We have a book club that reads everything, fiction, nonfiction, that will meet next Tuesday. We have a true crime book club for all of you murder aficionados out there.
That was very popular, by
Yes,
the way.
that one meets
That
later.
one is very popular.
Meets later in the month. Then our biggest event that's coming up is we have our Easter egg hunt on
Yep.
April 12th at 1 o'clock. And we usually have a couple thousand eggs that we spread out in Whistle Stop Park. The Easter Bunny usually comes for photos, and our local churches come and bring activities. And so it's a really great community event. City of Auburn usually involves us in their events. We're always so happy to partner with our city. They're incredibly supportive of the library and everything that we do for the community. And so we love to partner with them. Auburn Ever After will be coming up May 3rd.
Yep.
Food Truck Fridays will start back in May. Farmers Market will start back in May. So amazing things coming.
That's just like spring. And then, of course, Belle's from Auburn. And then I've adopted Auburn as my hometown. One of the biggest events for the year is July 4th.
Mm-hmm.
We shoot off fireworks and estimated, I think there's 40,000 approximate in the downtown and the downtown districts of that many people showing up, which is crazy.
Yes, lots of people pack into downtown to see those fireworks. It's pretty good.
And then you usually have the library, usually for most city events, you come in and do free arts and crafts and coloring, things like that as well, right?
Yes. Yeah. Usually we have a booth somewhere in whatever kids zone is designated, or we're in the community garden behind the
Yeah.
library, and we give out free crafts for kids.
One of the other things about Belle, she is a amateur historian in Auburn. You go back a little bit. In the Perry Rainey Center, there's somebody on the mural. Who was that?
My grandmother used to work for R&R Manufacturing, which was in that building when it was no longer a dormitory. Auburn was known for manufacturing. Mm-hmm. My grandmother worked there, and she is in a group photo taken of the R&R workforce.
Right.
Yes, I am fourth generation Auburn. I like to say the history of Auburn is my history.
Yes.
And taking my grandmother to the library when it opened in Auburn.
Right.
We would make our biweekly trip to fill up her bag of romance novels.
Yes.
And I would chat with Miss Miriam and Miss Faye. And Miss Miriam was very much
Yes.
the driving force behind getting our library. And she was the Auburn historian besides Mildred Flanagan
Yes.
Hutchins.
Yes.
And so I just want to continue that legacy
That's
of
awesome.
knowing what's going on.
Miss Miriam was awesome. She was a rock star. I remember meeting her several times, and how important she still is, even though she's been gone a few years now. She just an amazing driving force in Auburn.
Yeah, my grandmother passed away before she got to see the current Auburn Library that was built in 2007.
Right.
We used to go to the one that was on 7th Avenue in the old J.D. Withers
J.D.
building.
Withers, yeah.
Former post office. But the day that I got promoted to library manager, I started at Statham and was only there for a couple months before they brought me back to Auburn. But Miriam Wood was like, I know that your grandmother is watching you, and she would be so proud
Yeah,
to see you succeed like this.
that's awesome. That is really cool. So you've worked in a couple times Piedmont. So of course, what system do you work for?
I work for Piedmont Regional Library System, which serves the counties of Banks, Barrow, and Jackson counties.
Yes.
We have 10 beautiful branches, a couple of book deposits in Arcade, Carl, Bethlehem, And we have our bookmobile, Pearl, which is a pop-up rolling library.
Now, Pearl is pretty famous, actually. She packs up and she goes to different events all over. And who drives Miss Pearl now, Miss?
Jill.
Yeah, that's right, Miss Jill.
Jill Barnes, our outreach librarian who started at Auburn.
That's right. She drives that what was it, 450?
It's based on an F.
It says on the F-450 chassis.
Yeah. She,
Oh,
it's
wow.
so,
Okay.
it's so funny. She knows how to maneuver that thing now.
Whip that thing around the corner real tight, I imagine.
Yeah, when you see Miss Jill, it's like, yeah, that was pretty impressive. Yeah.
Drive along.
Oh man, that is so awesome. Yeah, we've been supporting in Piedmont Library Systems for a long time. They've done great work, and we just couldn't be more proud of them.
Yeah, we actually are experiencing some leadership changes. Our longtime director, who has been with us since 2011, is moving over to be the director of the Athens Regional Library System. Our interim director will be Kelly McDaniel, who has been our assistant regional director since 2015.
Right.
And she is going to do a phenomenal job bringing us through the changes that we're about to experience.
Yeah, once you get in the library family, you just get to know them, and we're really excited for Beth and her family moving on to their next steps.
Just to highlight a couple of Beth's accomplishments, she
Yes.
is the reason we are fines free.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So we went fines free in 2020, and so not every library in Georgia is that way. She also helped us get our current strategic plan written,
That's
which
right.
covers a lot of accessibility partnerships with our community and just really innovative things that we hope to accomplish at our libraries.
What's the digital library that Piedmont uses now for checkout book?
Libby?
Libby, there you go.
It's powered by Overdrive.
That's right. That's one of my favorite things where it really does act like a library where you look up your favorite author by subject or by...
You can search by title, you can search by author, you can stream, you can read ebooks, you can stream audiobooks, and you can access magazines because print magazines are becoming rarer and
Right.
rarer. So it's a great way. Like I like to cross stitch, and so I subscribe to all of their cross stitch magazines and get my fix of cool patterns that way.
Okay. While you're here, we would be remiss if we didn't mention our puppies. So over the years, when you get too used to follow our social media, especially Belle likes to post updates about our puppies. There's a fan base. When we had Duke Silver Outwater, we had him for a long time. He passed away not that long ago, and our hearts were filled up again with the new two. So Belle archives their lives, and we have a fan base, or she has a fan base.
Yes, we have Ursula, who is a almost 3-year-old German Shepherd. We adopted her in June of 2023.
Yep.
Right. We wanted Duke to have a companion.
Yes.
He was getting older. We thought he was lonely. We adopted her from the Barrow County Animal Shelter, and they have been she was a great companion to him, very sweet, and she grieved for him hard
Yes.
when he passed away.
Yeah.
And so we...
Wait. What's her full name?
Calliope Ursula Junebug Outwater. Her initials are Cujo.
Cujo.
But she is the sweetest girl.
She is sweet.
She's a sweetheart. She was controlled chaos when she was born, wasn't she?
Yes.
When y'all first got her.
We're pretty sure she's German Shepherd mixed with Malinois.
With little Malinois.
Oh wow.
And those are high energy dogs. But
Oh,
she
absolutely.
loves some Power Evans.
Yes.
Oh, I love her.
that's-
She's a sweetheart.
So we have a story about
She's
that.
my girl.
So Mr. Evans was at our house, and I had brought up pizza,
Lord, yes. I
and
know
so
that.
we're on the phone. He's on the phone, and we're
My
just
grandmother
chatting.
called me.
Cujo was circling the table.
She was.
She was
waiting for the right time.
She was waiting for the right time. Nobody was really expecting her to jump on the table. Well, not only did she
Cleaned it.
leap on the table,
Cleaned it.
but Power was on the
Cleared
phone
it.
with grandmother, and she comes up right up to him and snaps the pizza out of his hand.
Cleared the jumps, gut that pizza crust, took it off, and walked off before I could even grab it. And I'm having to one-hand it. While also to have a conversation with my grandmother, who does not know any of this is going on.
So it's hard to describe to somebody else on the phone what's happening without yelling, and
Yes.
you're not going to yell at grandmother.
No.
So we
no.
just had to watch. I'm like, oh my God, I'm horrified.
Well, you got up and was trying to.
I'd control it after that. It was a little too late, but sorry about that.
That was the funniest thing in the world. I loved it.
We have a new one.
Yes, Ursula needed a friend, and so we had some failed meet and greets, and we ended up getting her a puppy. And his name is Rip because that was the only thing he would answer to. We tried about 17 different names.
Literally.
And unfortunately, he lives up to that reputation.
Yes.
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
Well, so what happened when one morning, it was like less than 2 weeks in, it was at 3:45 in the morning. It was time for him to go out. He just couldn't take it anymore. So I'm yelling down the hallway, a lot of different names. Some of them aren't healthy. Some of them are just trying something. But we had been watching Yellowstone. So I just yell his name out down the hallway. Rip, let's go. And then here he comes, little sachet down the hallway, found his name. It's Rip. I was like, oh, boy, that's a problem.
Yes, especially because he likes to eat books.
He likes to eat just about everything. It seems like.
You want to tell Power about his newest thing where you hid the books?
Oh, yeah. I went to Goodwill last week while our exchange student was doing her therapy session, and I picked up a couple of books, a couple pairs of jeans, took it all in the bedroom. It's in the bag. I throw it in the laundry basket because I'm going to wash the jeans later. I've got to take the tags off. Well, Rip has somehow sniffed out those books, like digging through in the laundry to find the bag, pulled the books out of the bag, and attempted to eat each one of them. A Stephen King hardcover, a Louis Grizzard hardcover.
Oh, my God.
And a Lee Child paperback. Lee Child is his favorite.
Oh, my God.
He's eaten like
his
5
words
Lee
taste
Child
so
books.
good.
We're going to have to ask Mr. Childs, is it okay that our dog consumes your books?
The mysteries taste the best.
He's a big fan of Reacher.
Yes, big fan. One of the things over the years that I've always appreciated about Bell in the Piedmont Library System and with the Auburn Library, you guys always do continuing education. Mm-hmm. And that every once in a while you get to go out, you get to go on trips.
Yes.
So tell us about some of the places that you've been representing your city and the Piedmont Library System.
Well, libraries want to promote lifelong learning. Like you're never too old to learn anything. You're never too old to start over. We are big fans of continuing education for ourselves as well as providing it to our communities. Plus, as a licensed librarian, I'm required to do at least 12 hours of continuing education per year to maintain my license. I have gotten to participate in some great conferences. I go to the Georgia Library Conference every year, which moves around the state. We were just recently in Athens, and we're going to be in Columbus this year. I've gotten to go to some national conferences like the American Library Association. I've been to Chicago. We've been in Atlanta. I've been to Pennsylvania. I've been to New Orleans. And I am part of a Law for Librarians program that is teaching librarians about First Amendment rights and copyright law and things that we need to know in order to best help our patrons and to be able to handle any book challenges that may come our way. So I got to go to Chicago most recently as part of that program to training, and then I was invited to the American Association of Law Librarians, had me as their special VIP guest. And that was a blast.
That was a lot of fun.
They have a lot of great swag.
Yeah. I went to that one. That was pretty interesting. Oh, man. So any other shout outs you want to give for the library system?
Just some of the services that we offer. You may not know that our library has a food pantry on site.
Okay.
So if anyone is suffering from food insecurity, they can come pick up some staples. We offer free feminine hygiene products in our bathrooms because sometimes teenage girls need those.
Yep.
We have tax forms, federal tax forms available if you need to pick those up. And if you need Georgia forms, we can print those off the website for you. We do computer classes by appointment. So if you don't know how to use a mouse or are insecure about surfing the web, we're there to help you. We have a benefits kiosk where if you need to reapply for your SNAP benefits or any other sort of state or federal benefit, we've got a kiosk and a study room that you can go and sit in comfort and take your time to fill that out and not have to worry about internet at your house. If you don't have internet at your house, we offer hotspots. You can check those out. They are in high demand because we only have 3 of them.
That's right, yeah.
But we also have Chromebooks for checkout, so you can come and take those for long term, 3 months, 6 months, a year, however long you need it for, whatever you need it for, we've got it available.
Wow. Well, I've also seen several of your fellow librarians help with cover sheets for jobs, employment things, filling out copies for things for employment. And then in Auburn, you actually have a space to rent time to time for community events as well, right?
Yes, we have a meeting room. It's being used for our inaugural Auburn Business Association
Oh, yeah.
meeting
Wonderful.
on March 8th.
That's right. That's right. You're right next to the Auburn Museum,
Yes,
and then
the Roy E. Parks Children's Playground.
the Ray Parks, and then let's see, what else you guys tied into? A little of everything.
Yeah, we partner with so many. We have a close relationship with our school system.
That's right.
Part of Barrow Family Connection. The library is part of the chamber. We just work closely with everyone. Most of our library managers serve on school governance teams.
That's right. Yep.
So I myself am on Bethlehem Elementaries currently. Love to partner with local businesses. They make a lot of donations to us for summer reading prizes, which is phenomenal.
Talk about your summer reading here for just a second. Usually is it 6 weeks, 8 weeks?
It's 8 weeks during the summer. We want kids to come in and read. We do big programs. We give you prizes for reading, and we want to prevent that summer slide and keep you school ready.
Yes. Now, sometimes when you up there for their event for the week, you can get 300, 400, 600 people and kids in the area, and it is fascinating to see.
Yes. Yeah. Our animal programs, our mobile dairy draw hundreds of people. Our Touch a Truck,
Yeah, the Touch a Truck was
our
awesome.
most well attended last year. That's going to be our third program of the summer. I think it's going to be on June 10th.
Right.
And Sergeant Farr doesn't do anything halfway.
No.
Oh, yeah.
So give a shout out to your social media and your website.
prlib.org/Auburn. That's where you can find us. You can find us Auburn, Georgia Public Library on Facebook and Instagram. All of the awesome things that we do are done by my staff who make me look good. I just get to take the credit for it.
So one last thing. How many librarians have come from Auburn Public Library, people that have gone to school specifically to become a librarian?
Outreach librarian Jill, my assistant manager has her library degree. Emily, one of my part-time employees, is currently getting her degree.
Yep.
They don't have their degrees, but at least 2 of my other employees have gone on to full-time employment at other libraries.
That's awesome. That's
So
always.
I train them well and send them out into the world.
That's right. That's awesome. Well, again, thank you for coming today.
Yes,
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, talking about Auburn, Georgia, which is our favorite place in the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're good.
We love Auburn. We do.
Yeah, we love.
But I know Jeremiah loves West Winder.
That's right. Thanks. Boo.
Well, as I also am chair of the Auburn DDA, I appreciate you refraining from that as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There you go. Get him, Bell.
Out of love.
Get him, Bell. Anyway, thank
Hey.
you again for coming in.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you to our associate sponsor, Deb Donaldson. Again, thank you for listening today. And thank you for listening to Northeast Georgia Business RadioX Studio. It's a production studio. You can find Southern Holler at negabrx.com or any of your favorite podcast hosting. Thank you, Mr. Tom Sheldon, as always, making us look like superheroes. And again, thank you for the Auburn Public Library. Have a
Thanks
great
so
day.
much.
See you, Power.
See you, Jeremiah.